Welcome to final round, and as you can see, after a perfect qualifying, a perfect opening round, we couldn't quite make it stick in final. 44 points in race number 2, real player match team score from Hunters Italia. Great race against Blood here, who got the 46. Fantastic race. I would have never got 47, but we left it all out there, and sadly we both end up with drop points. But we're going to get into race number 5. Hopefully we can finish with some good racing as we move on to Australia. Let's go down under. And can we pick up the pieces of what's left? So it's going to be no P1 today, probably not even a top 10, maybe not even a top 20, but let's just finish on a high and enjoy some racing. We're going to start P1 with Norris, P2 with Leclerc, both onto the mediums, one stop all the way here. And we're going to go downforce, and we're going to go Taurus as well. So, rivals readied up. Let's give it a blast. Let's see what we got. And we've got hards and softs. So, it looks like a bot. And we'll boost off the line as we normally do. And we confirm that it is a bot indeed. So, rough first corner as Leclerc takes over from Norris, and Norris comes back at him, and Leclerc says, no, I'm having it. Leclerc in the lead from Norris in second, and then we've got Leclerc and Norris third and fourth, followed by, Leclerc and Norris probably again? Who knows? So we're going to cut down both. Now we've got a decent lead already, 2.5, 3 seconds. Soft tyres are going to come back at us pretty quickly. And remember, Leclerc on the Taurus can do 4 laps anyway, so we'll start to boost him shortly further away, create that 3.5 second gap, and then we'll be into the pits for some fresh rubber and hopefully a recharge of battery. That's what we'll have to watch in the new season. Watch them batteries. So, remember, Australia cornering and a grip track, and it is phenomenal for a 1-stop. 2-stop, very tough to do. So you want to be pushing that 1-stop strategy. I'm going to push Leclerc from here. Norris has got Leclerc for company behind him. Going to move to medium and try and hold him off. He's only going to be doing 3 laps anyway. And then we'll come into the pits this lap. As long as no safety car, we should be good here. And Leclerc can really stretch his legs with the tyre management boost that he has got on. Is anybody running slowly? Can't see anybody running slowly from the map, so looks like nothing to worry about here as we start lap number 4. What's the gap out front? 4 seconds. Let's boost both. And we'll come in for, we might as well come in for mediums anyway, just to cover off. We'll keep an eye on the gap though. Gap sitting at the minute, still 4 seconds, coming down a little bit. Obviously, downforce has that grip element too. Down to 3.5 now. So only a couple attempts a lap, the difference, as Leclerc comes in. Can we get no double stack? That would be nice. Not quite. Slight double stack. We're going to be well ahead of Leclerc, I think, who pitted. He's only in 5th, Norris, sorry. So we're well into a 1-2 at the moment. Here comes the rival Norris on the hards. And we should be pretty good again from him. He's got a pit. He's going to drop miles back. So we're going to look good for a 1-2 in this race. In Melbourne, down under. And that will be a perfect start to this final round video for this weekend. And we have got a safety car. And Leclerc's just gone through. And now he's going to wait. So Leclerc waits for the safety car to catch up. And rival comes back out in P4. Here comes the safety car, nudging us along. And into that patrol position. And we've got to wait for this to go round now. So this throws a little bit of a spanner in the work. Who was it that basically retired? Danny Ricciardo. Taking a seat on the bench for the rest of this race. What we got in P3? Soft tyres. Soft tyres behind Norris with some fresh mediums, but we can go to the end on our mediums. and Leclerc will definitely probably go another one lap. So we should be good here. Just makes it that little bit more exciting for a 2-lap sprint at the finish. Be a very... Hopefully we can survive any dramas. As a safety car takes us round, and we have now got 2 laps to cement some points in the bag. Safety car will peel off into the pits, and Leclerc is away, and so is Norris. Good restart from both drivers. That's what we like to see. Rival in P4's pushing as well, or was, but we should accelerate away now. And these two will actually start getting each other's way. You can see that downforce is such a better boost over Taurus, and that is solely for the extra cornering and the grip that it has as well. So let's let Norris through, just to let him push on. And here he comes, and he's through. I imagine you won't see Leclerc on the back of Norris, because Norris should start to pull away. And you can see, he already is. Gap at nearly a second. And we are going to survive a safety car. Well over a second now. That's the difference between downforce and Taurus. And it is going to be, either way, a 47-point run in this race. Let's go for race number 6 in Spain. Potential real player matchup. Higher team score, which must be because they're using Flux rather than Mirage, which is not the best choice in the world, but they'll live with it. That is for sure. We've got a rain qualifying. Will it be a wet race? And we're going to get back into the lead. P1 and P3 is where we start. Dry race though, so let's go on to a Kauai. Cornering and grip. And soft tyres also for Leclerc. And he's going to go on to, I think we're going to go Skull. Real player. Here we go. What can we do? Can we survive 47? Or are we going to drop some more? Place your bets. Because we're about to get going. Mediums selected for the rival. Can we get that initial launch off the start? We've boosted both. Tuning and Street Shark selected. And we are in to P1 and P2. So brilliant start for ourselves. And Leclerc, we're going to hopefully just hang on to this position. We're going to cut down there. And we're going to boost there. And okay, we can't get that position just yet. He's pushing pretty hard. We're going to just hold fire. Tune in. So he's used a pretty much amount of fuel already. He's not getting any extra from that. And will he do 5 laps or not? Remains to be seen. But we've already lost a position, which means we could be in a bit of a trouble here. Norris is out front nice and easy. Rival's still pushing to try and close that gap. He's pushing on the Street Shark as well. And we're going to move Norris up to mediums. Leclerc, what's the gap at the moment? 3.1. So we're going to just keep conserving. And then we're going to whack on some mediums shortly. What is the gap to the rest of the field? Norris will pit. It's 7. It's a good 4 seconds. I'm going to have to push a bit with Leclerc. So we're going to start that now. And we're going to try. Rival will probably go and do 5 laps. He's pushing quite hard though. So it's no guarantee. But we are going to be on that Skull, which is going to be very effective. So we're going to boost both. We've got extra fuel, so we can afford to push. I can afford to push Norris, which I wasn't doing. And that's why, because I've not got a lot of tyres left. What is the gap? Only 3.3. Got to be a good stop here. And that tuning is probably going to get ahead of us. That tuning is probably going to get the better of us here. And it does. We are well behind already. So we've got it all to do with P3 and P4. And has that tuning cost us dearly in this race? I'd be disappointed to lose 40, to not get 47 or even 46 or 45. The question is, how much can he go? And look at Norris struggle past these back markers. That's not what we want. Rival's going to go for softs. And we're going to get past the rival with both cars. But so much back markers in the way. And Rival's still pushing hard. Can he do the 4 laps? We're closing on Kawhi. When we get some clean air, we can close the gap. And he's starting to save fuel. And here comes Norris. Really forcing the rival to push now. When he doesn't want to. Here's a move. Can't be done. And we're going to get blocked out by safety cars, back markers again. Ricciardo in the way. Here's a move by Norris round the outside. Can we get it done? We can't. We've got 1.5 laps to go. And both pushing pretty hard. Still the rival saves fuel. And here comes Kawhi with Norris. And he's through into P1. Leclerc not far behind either. So we've got 1 lap to go. Can we get the 47 points? Here comes Leclerc. Rival's definitely not got a lot of fuel left. Can we escape Spain with 47? Norris has cemented P1. There's one more opportunity for an overtake. Here it comes, down into turn 10, 11. And we can't do it. And it is good. Oh, the rival's out of fuel. Rival has crashed out of this race. And we are going to cement the 47 points. Wow, what a result in the end. Race number 7, the fastest lap track of Austria. And because we've dropped points, there is absolutely no point us going for our fastest lap. So we're using our full setup, our best PAGR setup. And we're not going to take any chances whatsoever. So, I haven't got many firework left. So I'm going to use voice just to keep hold of it. And I'm going to get downforce on the go for driver 2. Mediums and a soft start. And hopefully we can get another 47 points. After the thriller in Spain of a last few corner win. Push that rival very hard. Here we go, and it's definitely a bot this time, and we are off to a good start here in Austria. So this is usually your fastest lap circuit. You'd want firework as your boost for fastest lap, and you'd want claw and whirlpool for the attempt. Obviously at the minute 47 is more important to try and hang on to maybe a top 20, because we've already dropped, 3 points maybe so far. So, who knows where we end up finishing. But let's take the last 2 races at a time and focus in. So, we're through lap 2 already with Norris. And we're going to basically come round, do 4 laps, come back to the mediums and do 5 is the plan. And Leclerc will do a 5 laps followed by 4 potentially on the softs. So, no fastest lap going to be set at all round here. There's just no point. We're going to we could still probably set one, but it's a bit too late in the day now. We're just going to secure. And if I lose out, then so be it. Not a lot we could have done. And we are a fair bit ahead at the minute with Norris. Let's bring him in. And we'll bring him in on some soft, shall we? Just see what happens. We'll just race to the end now, I think, with Norris. We'll try and put in a respectable time. But we can just have some fun. And just boost to the finish. See what sort of time we do with this max setup anyway. Just keep boosting all the way here. And round. So Norris is going to get a ton of traffic coming up anyway. And we're going to come in late pit stop with Leclerc. Well, we missed it, to be honest, but it doesn't matter as we're completely distracted. We can boost anyway. Done 6 laps on that downforce mediums quite easily as Norris coming through. And just flying around now. So, a bit of fun in this last race. Race number 7, last few laps. And we'll come in for a pit stop anyway. Here comes Leclerc finally getting that pit stop. He'll be glad of it. We've nearly lapped the field here. We're absolutely flying along. And we've got Leclerc now coming out. And look how much fuel we've got left on Leclerc. 6.7 laps as Norris comes in. 2.73 seconds. Nice and easy. And then we'll just run to the finish. Leclerc not that far behind. He's catching up, but loads of traffic. And if I lose out by fastest lap on a couple of places, then so be it. Don't really mind. Especially what we're doing at the minute as Norris comes through. To start the last lap then, lap number 9. A nice friendly bot for us in this race. And here comes Norris through, trying to get past Sainz. And Leclerc does so. On that voice, so it's still going to be a respectable time in that sense, but not using the setup anyway. As Norris makes an easy win here. And Leclerc coming round on that downforce on the softs at the speed circuit of Austria. And we claim a 1-2 position very easily indeed. The last race at Silverstone. And it's spun for a while, so expecting a bot, but tough matchup if it is a real player. And we'll soon find out if it is. Where do we qualify? Qualify P1, P3. And it is a wet race. So I don't want to use tuning. I've only got 11 left. So I'm going to use SAR. Rivals readied up already. Which indicates it is going to be a bot. So we use SAR. And we'll use Hex. They obviously start on wet, so we're never going to know. We've got some changing weather with the 40-second intervals by the look of it. And no pushing from the rival, so bot it is and straight in to P1 and P2. This is all going to be about watching that weather. You can see dry in 28 seconds time. And then we move to some more rain and it's heavy. So it's going to be tipping and turning in this race. So we're going to be on the ball to see what happens. And we've already stretched well clear of P3 and P4. But how long does this sunny interval last for? We're about to find out. I bet it's only about 35 seconds or something silly. And 42 until some more rain. Leclerc, the faster car with that Hex. So we're going to send him into the lead. We're going to let him push away. The track is drying out, but we're in no problem at all because it's going to get super wet again in approximately 20 seconds time. And that's only going to get down to about 30% at that point. If you're lucky, probably not even that. So we're already on lap 3, and the only challenge we've got is the weather situation at the moment. But we're never going to calculate these points too early. So, another 30 seconds and the sun will be out. And then it'll be rain again as we move halfway through the race. 20 seconds until it starts to dry quick and then it's just rain again. So I think we just stick to the 4 wet, 3 wet at the minute. I think that is definitely the order of the day. As Leclerc will come through. So we've got 3 laps. How long does this sun stay out for? And it's rain again and rain again. So we're definitely going to stick to the wet tyres here. We've got 3 laps to go. We've got Leclerc coming into the pits now, who's absolutely accelerated clear. He's going to get stuck with all the AI that's pitting on lap number 3. If you've watched my track guides, you would know that this is what happens at Silverstone. And Leclerc coming back out very slowly indeed. And Norris in P2. So Leclerc goes into past Zhou Guanyu and past Latifi. And we've got 2 laps left. And and we will be done and dusted for this week's British GP. And just the one race we're going to end up dropping points. One matchup with a tough rival is going to cost us one race again from a perfect weekend, as it always seems to be. But I am at the position at the moment, I've got P1s, so it is a pretty relaxed state. I do feel for anyone out there who's trying to get P1s at the minute, because it's so competitive at this stage of the season. Do let me know in the comments below if you've got this far, how you're getting on this week. But yeah, one lap to go and it's just going to be the one race. How annoying can you be? Because that one race would have cost us a P1. We had a 19.965 fastest lap in Austria in opening round, and we would have had a very good chance again. But hey, that is why we come back and play F1 Clash. It would be boring if we play bots all the time. Real players make it interesting, and that's what you want to see at home. You want to see some hard battles on the track. Leclerc wins. Lando Norris comes home for a P2. Another easy win. The last two races pretty easy. And we cement just the 3 points drop then by the look of it. And hopefully we hang on to a top 20 with that 3 points. It's a very difficult flag group. So we are certainly going to hope for the best. Remember, we don't need any award rewards. Just helping the club gain as much rep as possible. So that is it. British GP is over. And we are going to add a F medal this week. And let's see where that puts us. We are P3 at the minute. Nobody has gone max so far. So frustrating that we couldn't go max at all. One race, just the 44 points. Opening was perfect. Qualifying was perfect. The lap time in this round, I didn't really care about. But previous round, a 19.965. So we live to go again next weekend. As I said, make sure you subscribed, like the video, join the Discord, it's in the description below. And as always, I will see you every week, pretty much every day, for a new video coming directly to you. Thanks for your support, see you in the next one.